So you're thinking about transitioning your baby into their own room. I'm guessing that's why you're here. Well, great, because here's my top tips for making this transition as smooth as possible. So NHS guidelines state that babies should sleep in the same room as you until they're 6 months old. This is due to the research suggesting that having baby in your own room with you when they're sleeping significantly reduces the risk of SIDS or sudden infant death. Do you need more safe sleep advice? Head to the Lullaby Trust website here for more info. So you're thinking of transitioning baby into their own room at 6 months, but how can you do this effectively? Well, my tip number 1 is plan and prepare. You want to be thinking about this a few months ahead. Why? Because we want baby to feel confident and comfortable in this new space. We don't want to put them down in the cot and for them to be scared of it. So planning and preparing for the transition. This means practice. I want to make sure that you have set up your nursery that you're transitioning baby into. There's no point setting up the cot 2 weeks before you transition them because this will be a really new space. We want that cot to be up for at least 2 months and for you to be going in there every day, placing baby in this new sleep space so they get used to it. You can put them down awake for 5-10 minutes whilst you put clothes away, for example, or you could even start to do some naps in there as well. This is a great way for baby to become more familiar with the space, so when you do transition for naps and bedtime, they're not quite as terrified as if you put them in there for the first time. An extra tip here is to make sure, if you are putting baby down, to practice being in that space. As soon as they start becoming upset, take them out of there. We don't want any negative associations with this new sleep space. So if they can only hack a couple of minutes in there before getting annoyed and upset, take them out and try again another time. Or if they're happy in there 5-10 minutes and you're still sorting out in their room, for example, leave them be. Give them that more practice until they start becoming upset. We don't want any negative associations or bad memories from this space, only positive, confident, comfortable times in their new cot. So we're practicing being in the cot 1 to 2 months before the transition. What next? Well, tip number 2 is gradually introduce sleep in this space. Start with naps. Move all naps into the new cot, but keep nighttime in your room. This gives them time to practice in there. You could try 1 nap a day for a few days before committing to all of the naps. And if you feel that baby has adjusted well to the naps, don't halt the process. Go for nighttime too. If they're quite happy in there, just go for it and do naps and bedtime in the new space. Tip number 3 is make it familiar. A brand new unused cot has different smells to a slept-in familiar cot. Aim to use dirty sheets, used sheets, on the new cot to begin with. Smell is really important to babies, and if it smells familiar, they're more likely to settle here. Use the same sleeping bag as well. Again, a used one is better, and keep the sound the same as well. So use the same white noise machine you were using before. I hope you're using them because I'm a lover of white noise. And do check my other video if you want to find my reasons why I'm a lover of white noise. And finally, tip number 4 is introduce a comforter. Having something to hold and cuddle into can really comfort a baby. From 6 months, you can use comforters, but be careful when leaving them with them to sleep. Ideally, we like to move them away from a baby that is asleep, as often small babies aren't capable of taking it off their face or away from their face. So these are the comforters that I recommend. Comes like this. It's a little bunny comforter, little cream colour, and when you open it up, it's quite big actually, and it's really thin and breathable material. So the reason I recommend them is because, like I said, if babies do like to sleep with something near their face, these are breathable. They're not the big fleecy ones that you see. So they are safer to use, but do remember to take them away from the babies under 6 months for that safety reason. But these are brilliant, and if you would like one for transitioning your baby or for the separation anxiety that does come around 8 or 9 months, head to my website. I'll pop a link here so you can go and have a look at them. So that's it. Those are my top tips for making them transition to their own room a success. A baby sleeping in their own room is great for both you and baby. No more waking them up when you go to bed or them waking you up by being a noisy sleeper. If you have any questions, please put them below in the comments and give this video a nice like if you found it useful. Bye!